Hello and welcome back to the QT Office video tutorials. This video tutorial is going to cover the normal sale invoice. This is the new normal sale invoice, which is going to include the drop down boxes and the tax check boxes, but we'll go over that in just a second. Right now we're located on the home page and we're going to go to the Invoice tab, which is located here in your gray bar. The Invoice tab is an overview of all your different kinds of invoices. We have our paid invoices, which are our closed invoices, our unpaid invoices, which are partial paid or unpaid invoices, and this is our default view, by the way, because we want to make sure you collect your money. We have our tax write-off invoices, and these are going to be the closed ones. The view return and exchange invoices, these will be the closed ones. The invoices by dates, and if you want to search by customer, you can do that as well. So let's go ahead and create an invoice. You can hit the button here or here. And this is the actual create invoice page. Now we're watching the normal sale invoice video right now, but you can also watch the tax write-off invoice, the exchange invoice that also includes returns, and the booking weekly accomplishment sheet. The information in this left column here is the information that will actually print on your invoice. If you need to update that, you can click Update Info or do that under the My Account tab located here at the top of your screen. The invoice type, let's go ahead and take a look at that, are broken into three main categories and then into subcategories. You have your normal sale, which is any normal sale you do for a customer, and you can also add gifts with purchase, and you can do some basic exchanges on there as well. Your tax write-off invoice, which is things like demo products, personal gifts, personal use, etc. And these question marks will explain in more detail. So especially on the returns and exchanges, you really want to read what is happening to that product, because you could be turning it into a demo product, you could be getting it returned from Mary Kay, or you could simply be putting it back on your shelf and give your customer credit. Right now we're going to leave it on normal sale. But again, you have normal sale, tax write-off, and returns and exchanges. Just put a little click in the circle and that'll select it, and it'll tell you your invoice type right here. On the normal sale invoice, you can identify your reorders, if it's a skincare class, on-the-go appointments, online personal website orders, or shows. This information is going to be automatically sent to your weekly accomplishment sheet. So this is really good to fill out, and it's just the click of a button. You can attach a booking if you like, which is going to correlate this invoice with a booking party that you do. You do not have to create a booking, and if you need to create one on the fly, you can just click this little booking right here. And again, you can watch the booking accomplishment sheet video above. You do need to select a customer, and all your customers are going to be in this drop down box right here. And the date is going to be today's date by default. However, you can always select a previous date. The little adjust inventory box here, after your initial setup, you're going to want to leave this checked. What this is saying, it's saying please take this product off my shelf. So unless you're just setting up and entering in old invoices that you do not want to adjust your inventory, you're going to leave this checked. So if I uncheck it, my inventory will not be adjusted, but all the sales slip information will be created. So I'm going to leave this checked. Now we have our search bar, which will actually add product to our invoice. The little checkboxes here are filters. So if I only want to see something on hand, and there's probably not going to be a lot of product because this is a test account, but I could start typing time-wise and it'll come up here. Notice only 2 items came up. If I uncheck the only on hand, I'll see that I have all these products. You can sell a product that you do not have on hand, but your inventory will go into the negative. Now keep in mind, there are many products that are in the discontinued category that you probably still have on your shelf because of the packaging update. Some people like to move the like items from the discontinued to the common item of the new line. For instance, if you have a time-wise product that's in the old packaging, some people will zero out that category and just add that to the total of the new time-wise. So that's one way to add products. You can also use the green plus sign here. The green plus sign is going to bring up the little folders here, and you can click on these instead if you like. Or if you know the product number, you can type it right in here, which I don't have any product numbers memorized, but if you do, or want to read it right off the package, you can do that as well. Let's go ahead and take a look at the fields. We have the name of the product, the subcategory, the price of an individual product. We can change the quantity, so let's say I want to sell 2 of these. I could do a dollar discount here. Now, real important about the discount. You can do a dollar here. This will take a dollar amount off the product. You can do a dollar amount off the total invoice here, or you can do a percentage discount. Here's the percentage sign off the entire discount. Let's go back up here, and it's showing the price is $20 times quantity 2 is $40. This checkbox right here is saying yes, I want to charge tax on this item. And any of these little blue question marks will tell you a little bit more about that area. Now, the sales type is a drop-down box that's a really cool feature. You can use the normal sale, which is any item you're going to sell. You can do a free gift with purchase or hostess gift, and notice my total will go to 0, and that'll be reflected on the inventory. Now, keep in mind, if you don't want to charge tax on the free gift, then all you have to do is uncheck this box, and you can see my sales tax amount changing. I'm going to go ahead and leave this checked right now. If I wanted to do a return, I could do that. If I do a return, you'll see return type. I get a little drop down box in addition. If I hover over this question mark here, it'll tell me what exactly happens under option A, C, and D. You also have 2 more options for returns under the other invoice, but it's not compatible with the normal sale invoice. You'll use these options more than the other ones anyway, but you may want to familiarize yourself with those just so you know. I'm going to leave this as a gift with purchase, and I'm not going to charge tax. Now let's go ahead and go down here a little farther. You can see that I've just added a personal message. If I want to save this message for future use, for instance a return policy, I can just click Save Message, and the next time I create an invoice, I can click on Message from History, and you'll see it as one of the options there. This is also a good way to encourage someone to purchase from you again in a limited amount of time. So for instance, let's say that I created this invoice today. I could put use this invoice for a 10% discount on your next purchase by insert date. So 30 days is generally a good time. And that was just one of the tips from our directors that it's been pretty useful. So what we're going to do here is we're going to go back and look at our total price of our invoice, and this is not counting the free gifts, as you can see, any dollar discount or percentage discount here, and the sales tax rate. The after discount box is to charge taxes after I apply the discount. So if you want your customer to pay tax on the full retail amount, then you would not check this. If you do not want them to pay taxes on the full retail amount, you would check that. Now, you can use this here, and this will affect all products, or as you can see, I've unchecked this here, and this just affects this one product. I like using these a little bit better because you have more control. If you'd like to charge your customer shipping, then you would insert that here, or if you'd like to charge your customer packaging, you would type that here. Your invoice total is going to be your total price plus your sales tax and any of the other amounts here, and there's the total. As far as accepting payment, you can take cash, credit card, a gift certificate. Now keep in mind the gift certificate feature is a separate feature. You can actually sell gift certificates, and you do that under inventory and then gift certificates, and then when you do sell a gift certificate, you'll be given a code that you plug in this box. There's a separate video on that page that'll tell you more about it. But these are not for paper gift certificates that you hand out, only the ones you generate through QT Office, which could be a paper gift certificate if your customer prints it and brings it to you, but these are not for handwritten gift certificates. You can take a check and put the check number here. And if your customer has any credit, you can also use the credit. Customer credit can be changed under the Customer tab. Then click on the first or last name of your customer and then click Edit Profile. You can see your customer credit there. And also, customer credit is generated automatically on certain types of return invoices. So if they did return a product, then it would put the credit into their credit pool for the customer. And then you could subtract from that amount here. If your customer does have credit, it'll be listed over here on the left after you pick their name from the drop down box. The checkbox down here at the bottom is saying it's paid in full, but if I want to take a partial payment, I can always uncheck this. I'm going to go ahead and leave it paid in full now. And one more thing to mention down here, you can see what this customer has purchased in the past and if they've returned any products in the past. This is really helpful because if your customers return the same product 4 times, then you definitely do not want to sell that to them again because they'll probably return it. Or if they used a certain kind of foundation, then you would know what foundation they used and it would be easy for you to find that. So let's go ahead and continue on to our next step of the Create Invoice. We'll hit the Continue button here. And we're brought to step 2, which the invoice is not finalized yet. After we finish this step, it will be finalized, which means the product will be taken out of your shelf. This page here is just a confirmation page to let you take a final look at everything and make sure it looks correct. If this is correct, we're just going to hit the Confirm button. And we will get the invoice created successfully. Would you like to create a follow-up, print this, or email it? You can always print or email this invoice to your customer later, and we suggest that you use the follow-up feature. The follow-up feature could put some money back in your pocket and also be a friendly reminder to you so you follow up with your customer correctly. That's a really nice tool that lets you set it and forget it. So let's go ahead and take a look at that. We're going to hit the follow-up button here, and you can also find the follow-up button by your customers. Normally when you get a new customer that has not purchased yet, you'll hit the follow-up button next to the customer on the customer bar. After you create an invoice, then it's always a good idea to follow up with this customer. So we have the default 2 days, 2 weeks, 2 months, or you can add your own dates as well. But you do want to put a note here. Ask how she likes her, and then you want to put the product name in here because you're probably not going to remember if you sell a lot of products. You would need a note for each follow-up because your calendar will be full of these, and if you want to add another date, you can do that too. And a really good trick, this was a suggestion submitted from one of our directors, is let's pretend that you have a time-wise microdermabrasion, and that's going to last about 3 months. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go 3 months out, now when I save this, it's going to go to my calendar, and 3 months down the road when I forgot all about this, I'm going to get an email reminder to my inbox that's going to say, ask about the microderm. This could result in another sale because I might not have remembered to call this person, or this person may have not remembered to call you for a replacement product. Let's go ahead and save this follow-up. And we're done. So thank you for watching the normal sale invoice video, and if you have any questions, please click the Help or Contact Us button above and we'll be happy to help. And thank you for being a QT.